All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hope everybody's having a good night. We finna jump immediately into this good Kantiana. What's the deal, y'all? We finna slide right into it, man. Reggie Wright has some things that he wants to talk about WAC 100. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Wish all the mothers that's be on our YouTube channel a happy Mother's Day for all of you dudes that wives be listening to YouTube with the meal. We get $1,000
If you or your child spent years only underscores the consequence
paying out to people. Damn, John. I saw it, heard it. I saw my boy Compton Rick Rock react to it. I done got about 20 texts from different people. You know, about 3 or 4 of the homies from that I grew up with. Like, man, why going off on them dude from the East Side Power Rules or Compton? Why does he seem like he got a personal vendetta against them? And so, as I do, I call a ball, a strike, a strike. Wack is totally wrong. Wack don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Because Wack has been calling this dude neck bone and snitch, and it doesn't seem like that's proven to be true.
And he got it all wrong. Okay, y'all. He did about a year ago send me this piece of paper that he got from Little Keefy D when he was trying to help Keefy D and Little Keefy D get Keefy D out. Where I always thought it was funny, where Little Keefy D and his attorneys only gave him that little tore piece of paper and only gave the Parus or people that was Bloods related addresses or names. Left off all the Crips whose house got raided.
Yeah, Wack tried to make it seem like that was a list of people who were snitching, but when in fact it was the people who just had their houses getting raided by the police. Thank you.
I knew where the form came from, man. But I just let Wack go with it, and I try to tell him, hey, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Ain't nobody gave no statements. Ain't nobody.
Wack has a list of people whose houses got raided, and he's trying to pass that off as a list of people whose houses got raided.
Testified.
Or a list of people who are snitching.
Those were the people whose houses got fucking raided. So, y'all look at this document right now that I'm about to post. This is the Tim Brennan affidavit that caused those raids when y'all seen Orlando get arrested and all those people got arrested on the days couple of weeks after Tupac's death when they did the multi-agency raids in Compton. So that's where those names came from. So Wack got it wrong.
And another case of Wack just lying and Reggie Wright exposing the truth.
Yeah. Neckbone ain't did no snitching, call it Neckbone a snitch. I don't can't say about his conversation with K-Dub. I'm sure they had it, but I don't remember K-Dub getting stopped that night. And so, but just because a nigga say, hey, shit, a white Cadillac, that shot, that makes you a snitch? Okay, whatever. I don't know why Wack going so hard on the dudes from the mob, Lewis Park area. But y'all know this shit is just about content, y'all.
Wack is so sick into the content world that he's willing to disrespect whomever, however.
It's just about content. Wack can really give a fuck about any of this, really. He just got a Neckbone that's hot right now. He just did Vlad. And he's doing murder rap. For some reason, Wack is elected to go after Neckbone. Unfortunately, that's how YouTube do us. Make us.
So Wack is basically just lying on this man Neckbone. There's nothing factual about what he's saying. Wack is just blatantly lying on this man.
Go after people. Just like all you fools are jumping on him on the AI shit, talking about he would have transgender and all of that, or trans, whatever they call them. I don't believe that's him. I believe that's some AI shit. But hey, y'all look at this This is what the document is. Y'all get everything, the truth at Bomb first. Y'all really want to know the truth. Wasn't nobody snitching. That's just who all houses got raided. The main people that they wanted to talk to during the raids when they were just raiding as many people's houses as they could. They have to
a lot of niggas at houses got raided.
justify going in people's houses, and those was the people's houses they could justify going into. On the power rule side, and if y'all read the document more thoroughly, y'all see it on the Crip side or the South Side side. So don't y'all start that narrative that Nick Bones a snitch or this or that. Y'all seen the video that I did yesterday on Bomb First where it was a repost where I pretty much said everybody had a problem with drugs in the 90s. I'm sorry, in the 80s, mid 80s. So I'm not gonna get up here and defend whether Neckbone did this or did that. But what I am gonna say is I ain't never heard Neckbone doing no snitching, no telling. I can definitely.
That's real. That's real. He said, I can't say what he did or what he didn't do as far as his hood and all that. But as far as snitching and telling, Wack's a liar. And here we are again where Wack is just blatantly lying about somebody being a snitch.
We say that. Okay, no. Sitting down with no police. And some other niggas? Yeah. And that Smut and Buntry out names? He's wrong for that. Because Montreal, he never did no stitching like he's putting on Buntry as well. So he need to leave Buntry alone. Because there's a lot of Pyrus and Bloods that love Buntry. But as I say, y'all know Wax my boy. He ain't never said nothing bad about me. But right is right, wrong is wrong. And I ain't gonna let him lie on niggas I grew up with. Bomb first. Peace.
All right, man, and that's Reggie Wright. He said Wack will not get away with any flu flammery, skullduggery, and larceny. With that all being said, man, we can get up out of here to the next one. Chat, y'all saying kick it, man, because we got a couple things to talk about. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. Hey, chat, I got something for y'all real quick. Let me show y'all this real quick, man. Quick little LOL moment real quick, man. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight, man? It's Friday. Just got paid. Friday night. Who got paid today? Who got paid today? Who got some Chiliana today? Who got some Dunkies? Some good Dunkaroos? Who got some Dunkin' Donuts? Who got paid today, man? It's a beautiful Friday. Oh, crap my leg. Who got some things going on? Who going out this weekend? Before we get into the next piece of content, I got a few more things, but I want to talk to my good peoples real quick, man. Who going out tonight? Who got plans? What's the haps, Jack? What's the haps, Jack? What's the haps, Jack? Who got some good things going on? With all my good peoples. Don't be bad peoples. Don't be bad peoples. Don't be bad peoples. All right. I know it's a little bit of a delay. So while I'm waiting on y'all to tell me y'all plans, or not tell me y'all plans, should you choose to be secretive. Going to Florida on Wednesday for a week. Oh, that's smooth. What's in Florida? What's in Florida? Are you just going? I'm on the road, won't be home until tomorrow morning. Okay, you kicking it. All right. Okay. So I guess for the beach vacation. Two-Tone, where the fuck are you at that it ain't no beach? Sorry to say it like that, but like, where are you at where it ain't no beach? Where you got to drive to Florida? Yeah, I remember when I was in Atlanta, niggas used to have to like drive to the beach. That was like a thing. That was like a thing. The beach, the beach, the beach. I'm trying to show y'all something real quick, man, so I can go on to the next video real quick. I don't know why my AirDrop is like off and on with this computer because it was working earlier. And I cut it off and I cut it back on. And if it don't, I'll just show y'all another way. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Just might have to do it a different way. Boom, there we go. All right, y'all want to laugh real quick before we get into the next piece of content? Jason, what's the deal, fool? You guys want to see? You guys want to see things I do when I'm bored? You guys want to see things that I do when I'm bored, or do y'all not care? If y'all don't care, tell me y'all don't care, and then I won't show y'all. Tried some Iranian food today. I'm not gonna lie, that joint's fire. Salute to the Persians. That's fire. Where did you get Iranian food from? Y'all want to see this or not? Y'all want to see this or not? Or do y'all not give a fuck? Because if y'all don't give a fuck, tell me. And then we'll just go on to the next piece of content. Thank you. And then we'll just go on to the next piece of content. Should y'all choose not to give a fuck? I know it's a delay, but you feel me? All right. Keith said, no, I'll give a fuck. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Mr. Goddamn, well, whatever you give me is fine. Thank you. All right. So, Keith, hold on. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me move this off the screen. Oh, that's not it. This is it right here. Okay. Boom. Right here. What the fuck? Where did I say this to?
I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around.
It's not it. It's not it. Where did I just save that fucking file to? God damn it. Hold on. File. Did I save it to my pictures? I hope I saved my photos. Don't have it. No. Where the fuck did I just save that file to? Oh, here it is.
Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert. Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
Should I do when I'm bored? Y'all fucking with it? Jason, should I do? I paid for Gronk, so I'll be using it. Free game. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. All right, Trap House tenants. Yeah, I'm petty, and I be bored. I smoke a lot of weed, and I did some mushrooms today. So, you know. You know. Hey, man. I'm gonna be doing my thing, man. Let's get into this.
People, and he always got some real extravagant, extreme story to tell about a person. Well, you know, I'm not really one of those people that usually, you know, fits into the category of people that Wack has his encounters with. Wack 100 seems to be having a meltdown. Now, y'all know Wack. He think he the big bad boogeyman. He likes to bully people, and he always got some real extravagant, extreme.
And big shout out to Byron Blake. If y'all ain't did so, give Byron Blake a like, a comment, and a good subscribe.
Story to tell about a person.
Well,
you know, I'm not really one of those people that usually, you know, fits into the category of people that Wack has his encounters with. So he don't really know how to take it. I wake up this morning and this dude is commenting on my YouTube channel. Now, it was about 5 or 6 a.m. where I was at. So that means it's about maybe 6, 3 West Coast time if he's on the West Coast. But check him out. Hey, look.
Wait, Byron Blake is in St. Louis. What's the time zone is that? Let me see. Hold on. Trap GPT. What time is it in St. Louis?
Right now, the time in St. Louis, Missouri is about 6:39 in the evening. Keep in mind, St. Louis is in the Central Time Zone, so this is based on Central Daylight Time.
What the hell? Central Daylight Time is behind California time? Pacific time?
Exactly. Central Time is 2 hours ahead of Pacific Time when it's daylight saving. So if it's 4:39 p.m. for
If
you
it's
in
9 o'clock in
California,
California, what time is it in St. Louis? Would it be 11?
you got it.
Okay.
If it's
So
9,
he said it wrong the first time, right? Yeah. Okay. Either way it go, 2 hours ahead. So let me see this. Hold
Little
on.
guy YouTube channel. Now, it was about 5 or 6 a.m. where I was at.
So if it's 5 or 6 a.m. where Byron Blake is at, that would mean that it would be 2 to 3 a.m. where Wack is at on the West Coast, right? Right. Nigga, why is you up on Byron Blake YouTube channel at first of all, sir, uncomfortable. Why are you up on Byron Blake's YouTube channel at the ungodly time of 1 o'clock in the morning? Hoodlum, what's the deal, fool? Hoodlum, what's the deal? Number one. So that is a Flu Flamasco Doug and a Larson right there. So with that all being said, I think that this is an amazing time to give you guys a word from our sponsor.
Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I don't even know why you did that, bro. That's weird. Get out that man's comments. Leave that man's comments alone at 2 a.m.
So that means it's about maybe 6, 3 West Coast time if he's on the West Coast. But check him out. Hey, little guy, 2004 to 2019, weirdo, but you couldn't come outside those years. You're a bozo. Now, I want to start this off by saying you kind of right to a degree. I was incarcerated, not all of those years, but for half of that time frame, I was incarcerated. So technically, I couldn't.
Right, you couldn't come outside, nigga. You was on the ultimate timeout.
Come outside. But y'all see the response. Man, tell your exposers, pull the paperwork. I was doing my shit on a grand level. I would have ran circles around all of your little homies. And I stand on that still. Anybody that consider themselves wax little homie or whatever you want to call you, I would have run circles around you niggas. Now, normally, you know, when a person talks like this, whack it all. Yeah, nigga, you want to run fade, all that other shit. Or he go, I'm going to go get the exposers. So, you know, I try to beat him to it, man. Go get the exposers, tell him pull the paperwork. He knows that he can't play that game with me. And this is where he finds himself between a rock and a hard place. Because it's not because, you know, I understand. I don't have anything for you to expose, sir. I'm not a snitch. I'm not a rat. I never participated in any of that type of activity, you know, so that's usually the go-to for guys like 1090 Jake or Whack 100. When somebody challenges them, they try to discredit you. Oh, well, he a rat, so you shouldn't listen to him. Now the shoe is on the other foot. They are being labeled the rats with the documentation to support it, and they don't have a way to get around it. This document that you see on your screen right here, this is driving Whack crazy. It's driving him crazy because this is the same paperwork that he was using to argue his point on the Vlad TV interview.
Oh yeah, that's where Big U is officially charged with assault on Whack 100, and Whack is named as a victim in the Big U paperwork.
Well, the lawyer just said right.
The lawyer refers to Whack as an informant.
Right there that nothing happened. So how can I be charged? Yeah, he also said you were an informant as well. Expressing disapproval of an informant is not a criminal case, by the way. So Whack is in a jam right now because he wants to combat this, But he knows that I know that legally a lawyer cannot, if a lawyer implies, suggests, leaves room for a person to infer that you are an informant when you are in fact not, that's defamation per se. They don't even need you to, all they need to is you're not an informant and they called you informant.
Yeah, that's an open and shut lawsuit. It's in a court document. If you call somebody an informant, it's not true. Defamation. Easy call.
That's enough because they assume that calling a person an informant means that they involved in some type of criminal activity or around criminal activity. It's a lot to go with it, but legally, it's against the code of ethics for an attorney to say such a thing without any evidence or proof of that claim. That's simple. WAC don't know how to get around that. How do you? Because if you file a lawsuit and you actually go at the lawyer, then now you opening the door for everything else to come out. The lawyer has to defend himself from you claiming that he falsely called you an informant.
But the lawyer was definitely emphatic about WAC being a snitch and being the police and all that. So again, I wouldn't imagine that a lawyer would lie about
So
that.
now he got to put out the information that really makes you an informant, and you won't be able to get a protective order or none of that type of stuff for it because it's a civil case. It's a civil lawsuit. So, like I said, dude is in between a rock and a hard place. If y'all notice, 600 won't say a word to me. He never says 600 knows that I know, but he never gonna say a word to me because he know who to play with, who not to play with. He played over there in Busterville with the other Eddie Boy. You know, Eddie Boy is really good at shooting subliminals, but he know not to come barking up this tree either, you know, and that's the problem that WAC has. Any of these guys, usually they go to somebody like 1090 Jake. Y'all know they all talk behind the scenes. WAC.
Yeah, well, you better believe the WACs and the 1090 Jakes and all them niggas is in some like weird police group chat for sure. Like you think that them niggas ain't over around exchanging documents, paperwork, and investigation tactics. You crazy.
Sadie, 1090 Jake, they all talking to each other behind the scenes. They all got the same problem, but none of them can figure out how to solve it. Byron Blake exposed 1090 Jake. Byron Blake exposed Sadie Nash. Byron Blake exposed WAC 100. Usually they come out, they run a narrative on a person. Oh, look, he a snitch. Here go the paperwork. And the person has to spend so much time combating those narratives that he doesn't have the opportunity to lay out his own argument against them. Also, most people don't have the right information in order to put this type of stuff out. Not just...
Yeah, WAC knows that a lot of this information is true, and he knows that where he's snitching at holds a lot of validity. And you know what I'm saying? The paperwork is out there. At this point, we're seeing it. It's just a matter of now why we looking in the YouTube streets and niggas aren't exposing it and niggas aren't talking about it, and why when WAC's paperwork comes out, all of a sudden niggas want to get all hush hush. But we know the weird politics behind that. Niggas love to protect they unky WAC.
Information as far as intel about situations, but people don't know how to find the information. They don't know how to find the case laws. They don't know how to find the legal arguments that support the stuff that they say in their videos. And so most times they get it out to you, but it's not in a way that's articulate where you can understand it. And it's not in a way where they showing you documents to support the position they taking in order to convince you that what they are saying to you is a fact. And this ain't a shot at none of the other content creators that be going.
But you guys need to step up and get your shit together if you want to come like Byron Blake with this news accusers. Now you ain't been getting caught.
On that WAC, you know, because everybody got their lane. Some people expose him in different ways. You know, it's certain things that I can't really touch on. I'm not from California. I don't know nothing about his hood. So, you know, things like that I can't touch on. But when it comes to this paperwork, and these legal breakdowns and shit like that, like I got that. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. And WAC normally will employ someone to come on and sound professional and act like they know what they talking about and try to put a person in a trick bag with, you know, some paperwork. And I just don't have none of that attached to my name. And so that's not the route that he can take. And again, that's one of the biggest things that I take pride in. You know, I done went over my record with y'all a little bit. I done kind of broke down my record.
It's not hard to not be a snitch. Like, that's not like the hardest thing to do, is to keep your mouth closed when the situation gets sticky.
With y'all a little bit, and y'all see, you know, how I was out here living and what was going on and what was going on. But it's like a shield, it's like a badge of honor, it's like armor. You know, they can't just pop up and say, hey, here goes some paperwork, shut up. You know, that's usually what he do. Somebody say something to him and he'll, oh, here go your, yeah, no wonder. I love being, you know, immune to that. But with that said, I'm gonna wrap this one up, man. I ain't got too much to tell y'all. Just, hey, look at Wack, y'all. He in the comment sections trying to troll because he doesn't have a valid response.
I don't trust Wack because he said you're a bozo and he spelled it Y-O-U-R. That's not the correct form of your. You need Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, combining U-R. U-R. I don't trust no grown-ass man that to call somebody a bozo and say could there's no N. Could okay. Let me see this. Little guy, 2004, 2019, weirdo. But you could come outside those years. That's terrible. You're wrong. You're a bozo. You want me to take this nigga who can't read Hop on Pop seriously? We go. Because that just doesn't make sense.
Hey, Carjack 100.
That just doesn't make sense. You can't tell me that this is the best way.
If you need your transmission check. Hey, Carjack 100 here. Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
Going down to Carjack's. Transmission service. Y'all know y'all don't like it. I have to eat. I gotta gain weight. So I'm eating turkey thighs, chicken thighs, boiled eggs with mayonnaise, mustard, and relish. Niggas, it's chicken salads and Ritz. It's chicken salad and Ritz crackers. You feel me? To all my niggas, it's chicken salad and Ritz crackers. You feel me? You feel me? I'm trying to get my weight up, fool. I gotta gain some weight. I'm skinny. I gotta get some weight on me. So bear with me, bro. I put it on mute, so I ain't smacking on camera. You feel me? I'll put it on mute, but stall me out. You mean when niggas is talking trash about me in the comments because I gotta eat, y'all pick on them. Y'all cyber elite them. You feel me? All right. What we got next? I like a chick who like to lay low. Little mama gon' slide with the Draco. Me and my girl, we on the Idaho. Let's go into this real quick. This is gonna be a fast one.
All right. So one of your co-hosts from No Jam.
All right.
Because I had said 97. That's when they were in court. All right.
So this is Alex Alonso and Munchie B talking about the real documents and why young Ann Hefe is, going through the situation that he's in, according to Alex Alonso. Let's get into it.
So one of your co-hosts from No Jumper is currently in custody. And we're hearing a lot of chatter on the internet from people who don't know anything about it, man.
They go believe it, just entertain it for certain people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He know better.
But here's the thing about that. People will always love the entertainment of a lie than the boringness of the truth.
We got people exaggerating. We got people speaking on something that they don't know anything about. And I just wish people did better research.
No, they just want to be the first to come with a storyline.
No, they just want to be able to run up some numbers on a viral story.
Even though you don't got the story.
Yeah, you don't got the story, but
Niggas don't got the story, but to tell the whole story about a story that they don't got.
you got your title got the story. Your title certainly says that you got the story,
but you click and it ain't no story in the content. Crazy.
No story.
Yeah, man. That's the landscape of this content, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, no one is saying that with the specific cases that Young Ann is facing.
Mm-hmm.
No one is saying whether he's got co-defendants or not.
Mm-hmm.
No one is saying if people are informing on him maybe inaccurately. No one
cares about the truth or the lies more entertaining. Charlemagne the God. I'm sorry.
is saying that maybe Young Ant is being overcharged. No one is saying that, oh, there's a good chance he'd be able to fight this case and probably be home sooner than later.
If Young and Hefe, God willing, makes it home sooner than later, Seti Nash, you got face. I ain't trying to be messy or confrontational. I ain't trying to be instigative. But the way Seti Nash be talking about that nigga Young Ant, nigga, you got fades. You got squabble wobbles. You got squabblers. Squabbly wobblies, drop it like it's hot.
People are saying he's washed up. I saw 3 channels. Oh, Young Ant is washed up.
Probably just look at the charge because TMZ reported No Jumper host charged with murder. So they look at the charge, oh, he up out of here, you know what I'm saying? But they don't know what's going on.
And just because Young Ant is accused of something, don't mean he's convicted of something. Being accused is not the same as being guilty.
From the looks of it, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? They just clickbaiting, and you know.
And I can tell you this: you and I both probably know more about it than anybody else. But
right,
we're gonna reserve to speak on Young Ant, and we're gonna let Young Ant's story in court tell itself.
Right.
And maybe I'll give some updates of what happens in court.
Right.
But I got a good feeling that this is a case.
Now, Young Ant definitely will have and is deserved his day in court. And only then should, conversations be had about what the Flu Flam Skull Doug Larson is or is not about in his situation. Because should you not be in his situation, should you not be the judge, should you not have been there, how would you know?
That Young Ant will be home in due time.
No, I agree. Hey, what people don't understand, in the beginning, all these cases, it be seeming bad.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, you get to knowing, like, it ain't as bad as what people thought. You know what I mean?
Hey, they're doing a Diddy right now.
And guess what? From the very beginning, I was saying Diddy wasn't gonna get washed up.
You did.
And I was one of the only ones saying free Diddy. I know it sounded crazy, but
hey man, Diddy be living the Diddy Doc. So, how Diddy Doc diddles is how Diddy Doc diddles.
I mean,
because a lot of people realize that when they come to arrest you or indict you, they must have the evidence. But hey, I was just watching a Diddy documentary on Netflix.
I told you, the Diddy Doc.
How many documentaries they got on that dude, man?
They got a few, but this was a documentary that was done. I think it was done by Harvey Levin and TMZ. It was done maybe a month after the raids, or right when he got arrested. And when you watch this documentary, me and Steph was watching this documentary after the fact. Diddy was already convicted of what he was convicted of. We're watching the documentary and we're like, okay, that wasn't true. Okay, and then 2 minutes later, that never happened. The whole intro to the documentary turned out to be false.
Yeah, that's typically how that situation goes. People will, kind of throw the more salacious, more catchy things into the beginning, get you to watch, get you to buy in, and that's that. But y'all know how I go, man. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. Chat, y'all staying kick it. We are gone. We got some more things going on, man. Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? I've been spending most of life living in the gangster's paradise. Been spending most of life living in the gangster's paradise. Money after money, power after power, minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's talking in them niggas, want to know what's going on in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. All right.
I wasn't feeling that, you know, and not only I was feeling that.
All right, let me see. Let's see what Spoetyface is talking about.
What's going on YouTube, man? What's going on with all my good subs? As you guys can see, we reached our goal.
Coolio's dead?
Well over 20,000 subscribers, man. Thanks to all you guys, man. Thanks.
Coolio's what? Coolio's gone? Babe, you know Coolio wasn't alive? Did you know that Coolio wasn't alive? I did not know that. When did that happen? He's in the Gangster's Paradise. So he's in the Gangster's Paradise. Irony.
To all you guys. Appreciate all the love and the support. I'll be brand new to this. Already like, comments.
I'm having a Stacey Dash moment for real. That one, I missed that one. Mr. News you can use now that you ain't getting nobody's college. So look, I'm learning from y'all.
Subscribe to my page, make interviews and also other type of content. Anything that's going on, I don't like keeping my subs waiting. I really don't. I already didn't like the fact that that Jhood then he was letting everybody run around with the narrative that, you know, he socked me or he punched me and I ain't do nothing, you know, or anything like that, you know. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. So that's why I dropped that video first. Now I'm dropping this video now. I wasn't feeling that, you know, and not only I wasn't feeling that, you know, a lot of my good peoples wasn't, a lot of my good subscribers, a lot of my family, a lot of my homies, just the community, period. Everybody who's, you know what I'm saying, Spoetyface supporters are just real niggas, period. They didn't like how, you know what I'm saying, he went about that, you know, nor did I did, you know, and for that reason.
Hey, and that's the irony of the situation because Jhood was so adamant about not liking Munchie B because one of Munchie B's constituents called Jhood a snitch. And he was like, yeah, I don't F with Jhood because Jhood's a rat and blah, 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 this and all that. He said Jhood was on a 50-50 yard because he was a snitch. Jhood said that he didn't like Munchie B because he allowed that conversation and he allowed those set of circumstances to linger in the internet without clearing it up. Here now you have Jhood allowing a situation between him and Spoetyface to linger in the internet, and he's not cleaning it up. So here we have hypocrisy from Jhood, for sure. We have hypocrisy from Jhood because you're mad enough to go off on Munchie B and say disrespectful things about him over the situation. But when it comes to you being guilty of the exact same crime, you have a chance to do right and you choose not to.
You know,
what y'all think?
I'm right now, man, I feel like, man, I need that Jhood. I ain't gonna lie. I know we could have squabbled. That day in the parking lot, but it probably would have led to some whole other stuff. But now that we both, you know what I'm saying, had time to think about it and stronger, you know what I'm saying, and wiser heads prevailed.
No, Spoetyface said I wasn't tripping then, but I'm tripping now.
I think the time is now, man. I need that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we should go ahead and get that out the way. But not only
that was the most polite. That was like the most polite invitation to a fade. You hear that, babe? It was. This is the most polite way you can ask somebody for a fade. Listen,
you know what I'm saying. He went about that. He's feeling that.
This was a very hospitable request for a fade.
You know, a lot of my good peoples wasn't, a lot of my good subscribers, a lot of my family, a lot of my homies, just the community, period. Everybody who's, you know what I'm saying, Spoetyface supporters are just real niggas, period. They didn't like how, you know what I'm saying, he went about that, you know, nor did I did, you know, and
nor did I.
And for that reason, you know, I'm right now, man, I feel like, man, I need that Jhood. I ain't gonna lie. I know we could have squabbled. That day in the parking lot, but it probably would have led to some whole other stuff. But now that we both, you know what I'm saying, had time to think about it and stronger, you know what I'm saying, and wiser heads prevailed. I think the time is now, man. I need that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we should go ahead and get that out the way.
Was that not the most polite invitation for a fade ever? Well spoken, no curse words, no unnecessary threats, very direct, very clear. It was like written by HR. That was a good one.
But not only we get,
I wonder who's running human resources for Spoetyface because he put that together extremely well.
we need to get that out the way. We need to do it the right way. Show these kids, show these other adults that don't have no anger control or can't control their emotions or anything like that. We need to show them, the proper way to do it or the right way we can do it, or there's a other option instead of just, it leading to violence, more violence, or different type of communities clashing or getting into it. So I want to challenge you right here, right now, Jhood. I want to challenge you right here, right now, Jhood. I'm not even gonna say I'm not even gonna say you, Jhood. I want to challenge you and your uncle to a boxing match. A boxing match. You got upset that I was talking about your uncle. You got mad that I was.
Well, we know that Wack, Reg, I see you. We know that Wack is not gonna take the fade. And we know that Jhood might be dumb enough to take the fade for him. So, and I say dumb enough, and I will stand by dumb enough because any grown man who will get to a fight for a grown man who won't fight for himself, dumb enough for sure.
I was calling him 3-finger Willie. You got mad that I call him mudslide Wack, carjack Wack.
And you know what? While we're talking about carjack Wack, I think that it's an excellent time to hear word from
Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert. Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
Yeah, man, I thought that it was just a great time to hear from our sponsor. But let's continue on with this good content.
No Jack Wack. I'm challenging you and your uncle, since that's your uncle, to a boxing match. You his nephew, so he wants you to catch the fade with me. This what we gonna do. This what I'm challenging you to. I'll catch the fade, but I want him to catch a fade. I got a fade for him. I'm gonna go get my internet unk, Chinaman, Damian Porter, the big fella.
Oh, this explains why Damian Porter made the video talk about he accepts. Oh, you niggas is sick. Now, we all know that Damian Porter is not going to get his hands on Wack, man. I will maintain that Wack will not put himself in a situation to where Damian Porter has accessible reach to his shin. Damian Porter is not going to ever get that blessing.
Wack, come on in. Let's make this happen, homie. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to get the big fella. I'm going to get Damian Porter, a.k.a. Chinaman, Westside Hoover, straight like that. Straight like that. You got your uncle. I got my internet uncle. What's up? Damian Porter need that from Wack. I need that from you, Jhood. Straight up. We not listen, you know what I'm saying? I know you didn't like how things turned out. I don't like how things turned out. It's been a whole lot of chitter chatter and all that. That's put on for the culture.
Wack won't come out for his fight unless it's a setup. That's a fact. Unless you're getting somebody whooped out in the no jumper parking lot that's over the age of 50, it's not happening.
That's put on for the culture. We challenge y'all to anything that you want to do. MMA match, boxing match, WWE stuff, whatever. Long as we could long as we could put these gloves on, man, and show these kids that this all you need these days. This is all you need to be a man. As long as you would use these, you don't have to use no guns. You don't have to use no other type of violence, no nothing. Let's do it for the culture. You say
I'm a man without it. If you know, you know.
Man, you a man of faith. You a Muslim man. I'm an Israelite. That's
Israelite and the Muslim fight is sick.
Do it the right way. Yeah. So Jhood, I come on here right now. I challenge you and your uncle, 3-finger Willie, 3 up, 3 down. The man that like to get his groceries eaten or his prison wallet played with to a boxing match.
The prison wallet pucker is absolutely preposterous.
Or MMA match. You gonna turn it down? I know y'all not gonna turn it down. I know you're not gonna let Carson down. I know Carjack Whack ain't gonna let Pacoima down. You already know I ain't gonna let the Crenshaw district down. And I'm pretty sure you already know, man. Your boy Damian Porter ain't gonna let the Hoovers down. So right here, right now, man, y'all heard it here first, man. We gonna go ahead and do this, man. We gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna see, man, if we could get it done the right way, man. There's no need for us to be doing this and trying to harm each other or anything like that. We have a differences. That's handling it in the ring, or that's handling on a mat. Whack, no honey.
Do y'all think that Whack and Jhood are gonna actually accept this challenge? Or are they gonna just get marked out?
Rat, no honey. Jhood from Carson. I challenge you. Damian Porter challenge you to a boxing match or MMA style fight.
Y'all niggas sick.
Or it can be bare knuckle.
Y'all niggas sick.
However way y'all want it. However way y'all want to get it. It will be regulated. We will do it in an organized fashion. Let's show these people, man. They show these kids, man. There is alternatives, other alternatives that, man, you know, us enliven each other, man. So let's put these hands up and put the harmful words and the weapons down. Y'all get down in my comments below.
All right, man. I ain't mad at that. Spoetyface said, guns down, gloves up, guns down. That all being said, man, y'all continue to kick it with us as we in this live. Y'all know the deal, chat, red dots to the left. You know the rest. We are. All right. What else we got? Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got two more, y'all. Let's get into this one.
Flakko is in danger, man, and let me tell you why. This might be the last straw. His most recent videos are identifying and placing people at the scene of a crime with no facts. People in Los Angeles and gang members in Los Angeles are sick and tired of Flakko. They are sick and tired of him mocking gang culture.
Man, hell no. Hell no. T-Rail, you know damn well that Flakko is a product of your constituents and your co-hosts and your podcast partners, bro. Your podcast partners, bro. T-Rail, why you not gonna throw a name on it? Why you not gonna throw a name on it, T-Rail? Why you being fake? Why you trying to say the people of LA? Come on, bro. No. No. Let's be specific. The community space has been very kind to Flakko. Niggas like Rockstar have been very kind to Flakko. No. Y'all the ones protecting that nigga and put the battery in his back along with Whack 100 to create what we have now. Take the responsibility and the accountability.
Sick and tired of him mocking LA culture when he came out here and he got his start from Los Angeles and a Los Angeles platform. You would think he has a little bit more respect since he got his start from Los Angeles, but he doesn't. He despises all gang members. I mean, to a certain extent, hey, you feel me? He despises anybody that has and does criminal activity, but you can't place people at crime scenes without having facts. And
he's been snitching and alluding to snitching this entire time, and none of y'all had a problem with it, and y'all all platformed his snitching. Y'all all platformed this man snitching.
And
Why? FMW has no room to be mad at Flakko. Nobody at FMW has room to be mad at Flakko. None of you niggas. Y'all all platformed the snitch. Every one of y'all. Y'all thought it was funny. Y'all thought it was content. Y'all thought it was numbers. All y'all niggas platformed the snitch. All y'all niggas let a snitch get on your couch and talk snitch shit.
people
Where's the lie at? Giving life, what's the deal? Where's my lie at?
Are upset about this. They are already upset about the Draco thing. Now that Jefe is in jail and he placed Jefe at a crime scene that's just like non-existent, people are upset and they're going crazy about it. But he doesn't care. He stays mocking LA gang culture like this.
Let me tell you how slow
false outrage is sick.
LA Crip Mac is a dum-dum who grew up in the suburbs of Chino Hills and had IEP classes. He moved to LA, and now he a tiny little general and got LA calling him OG. Yo!
That was actually funny and sad at the same time. We have to do better as a community, or it's going to be a lot more people disrespecting us and clowning us and thinking we out here just some foolery. Because
T-Real, you specifically, so I ain't gonna put it on you is tough, but it's on you though. It's on you though. Yo homies helped lead the Flakko charge. Yo homies helped lead the Flakko fast. Yo homies platformed this nigga. Yo homies gave this nigga a voice and gave this nigga some sort of validity. Now niggas is upset. Now niggas is hot. Oh, we gotta do better. We gotta blah, blah, blah. Why did y'all even get started? So the same niggas that helped bring us Flakko is not the same niggas saying that he's doing too much? Crazy.
that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Okay, but that doesn't give Flakko an excuse to do anything that he's doing now. And I know, you feel me? But this ain't Flakko first rodeo. Flakko been doing this since he came to No Jumper. Since he landed in Los Angeles, he's been wreaking havoc across the city. Wow, I'm talking about everybody want to come up to him, get him, strangle him, do everything they needed to do, man. And the first people was, I'm talking about 100 Southsiders. They came up to No Jumper and said, we are looking for him. He is a must. We need him. He's a must, no-fly zone. He needs to go ASAP. And they wasn't playing, you feel me? And you know, Flakko defense, he wanted to stay and do the content, but we was like, this ain't content. This ain't content. Everybody was like, we not staying up here. Duno had to stay. AD backed up Duno.
Duno had to stay because he messed me.
Adam Scary ass said, no, I'm gone. I'm not doing this. He called in, you feel me, and did some crazy, you feel me? But ultimately, that really led, if you want to know the truth, that really led to Duno really not messing with Adam, because Adam didn't want to delete that content off his page because he said, look, this is going to be detrimental to what I got going on because this is real street stuff.
It don't matter. Adam don't delete content unless it's something about his family or his wife. Adam won't treat everybody the same. And with this being said, to those of y'all mad at Adam for the Munchie B gun on camera situation, look at how before Munchie B was ever on No Jumper, he told Duno the exact same thing. Nigga, it's on camera. I don't care if it could cost Duno his life. This situation could have cost Duno his life in a literal standpoint. Adam 22 did not care, and nor did he delete that content. So for those of y'all saying, well, Adam wrong, he blah, blah, no, this nigga's been doing this. He's been doing this. You niggas are wrong for going up there. He's been doing this. None of you niggas are special. He's been doing this for years. Just saying. Message.
But Flakko been doing this, man. Look, watch this video, man. He got everybody going crazy all at the office.
Okay. All right. Hold on, we out here, much needed today. You know what I'm saying? Right, brother. Wait a minute. What it do? Yeah.
100 Southsiders come up to the building. I don't know if I would have did that, but hey, that's what Flakko want to do, man. He's been set out on a mission to make sure he is ruffling feathers in these YouTube streets, and that's what he's been doing since day one. Some say it's just getting worse. Some say it's getting better and his content's getting better. But look, man, content is content, but sometimes you can go overboard. But it's been one person that has got up on Flakko, man. It's been one person that got up on him.
That boy 16 shot him.
You feel me? And it's not just been LA streets. It's been everywhere, bro. Then tried to touch every region, man, and ruffle every feather in every state, man. You feel me? Not just LA gang culture, but specifically it's been that right now. He's been focused on that. But one person got up on Flakko, man, because he's been doing it.
16 shot him on tripping.
Let's do it.
Hey, no. Watch out, we ain't doing that here. Anybody watch out.
A nigga spit on you and all you gonna say is I'll beat the F out of you. Nigga, you got spat on.
Put your on your own, boy. Stop playing with me, boy.
Shout out to my boy AD, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you, bro. Gonna be there for you no matter what.
It's not, man. So I'm saying this. AD is hindering. I get AD's intention was to be a good dude. I'm not here to talk about AD's intentions. I'm talking about what happened. AD, you provided false security, false protection, and a false sense of reality for this man and helped contribute to the monster that we now have created. And now y'all have created, excuse me.
Up where you gonna protect you?
Because it's there's two different times now where Flacco should have got his double whooped, and now here you are stepping in to involve yourself in something that don't got nothing to do with you. And then number two, involve yourself in saving somebody who ended up being a buster, a mark, a weirdo anyway, and in hindsight deserved every whooping he was finna get.
Gonna make sure he in the middle of people that he love, his homies. Real deal people. That's why I mess with AD. I never turn my back on bro because he's always been there, man, as a friend. You feel me? As a business partner, bro. But look, check this out. This is to all the game bangers. This is to all the LA podcasters. Flacco would never put himself in this position again. So how do you guys have him stop speaking on LA politics? I have no idea.
You can't. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can do. Flacco played everybody. When he was in LA, he was always smart enough to keep niggas around who gonna protect him. Niggas get thinking that he gonna give him false opportunities and all that kind of stuff. And now that he's gone, he continues to mock and make fun of the niggas who was protecting him. And here's the thing about this. You can't talk about all gangbangers and all LA gang culture and then be like, no, but I'm not talking about y'all. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Like, so what, niggas, you don't respect niggas as gangbangers? Niggas cripping is false? Either the content makes sense or it don't. You feel me?
Why do you guys put him in these predicaments where you feel like he has to answer to y'all? I have no idea.
Nothing's gonna happen to that nigga because he's gonna hide forever.
Yeah. But Flacco, they want to holler, and they not gonna stop until they holler at you. They are angry, and they feel like you gotta pull up. You gotta tap in, pull up. You either gonna do that or you gonna run these fades. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Listen to this man.
You're not from South Central. Stop jumping on here like you in the hood living with us or at the spot and just saying you gotta call it, check in like everybody else. You ain't special where you just come out of town from out of town and get to speaking about business. That get it knocked out quick. Knocked out quick. Right. For sure for me. For sure I'm gonna sock you out off the back. You gotta check.
I know someone say, hey man, why you mess with Flacco? Shut up. Why you even talking to him? Well, you know, I didn't build a relationship with Flacco over the years. Y'all don't know Flacco.
Because another nigga from LA, of the LA gang culture, who's built his brand off the streets of LA gang culture, back on Fig, the whole orange setup, because he from Hoover, protecting and making excuses for Flacco. You are a part of the problem. Y'all don't know Flacco how I know Flacco. Watch the excuses.
Go outside the content, and I do, man. Flacco's a good guy, you know what I mean? But Flacco also does what he wants to do, as men should. And as a friend, I can give him advice. I can tell him, hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, you shouldn't do this. And hey, these are consequences behind this. And hey, if you're still willing to do it, who cares, man?
And because it makes money and it generates views, I'm going to capitalize off the content. And if you're going to do it on my platform so I can make sure I get the chili off of it. That is a great friendship. Shout out to all the friends that allow their friends to do stupid stuff and then capitalize off their stupidity for monetary consumption. Great friends. Who needs enemies? Who needs enemies?
On him. These
YouTube streets is treacherous, bro. When I say these YouTube streets are absolutely treacherous, oh, that's my friend. Y'all don't know Flacco. How I know Flacco, man. But he wrong for talking about LA, though. Man, he shouldn't be talking about LA, but man, he really ain't that bad, though. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't that bad. And I be telling him, but he a man. He could do what he want to do. But I'm going to put it on my page, though, so I can get the money off of it. And I'm going to continue to promote it. And I'm going to continue to push it. And I'm going to be a part of him spreading his message because I'm going to platform. Pretty much. It's no nothing with these niggas. Like, it's no nothing with these niggas. Nobody really has a real moral compass, fool. Nobody really has a real moral compass. Nobody really has any hard nose. Nobody really has any hard, like, just standards and principalities is always a reason why it's acceptable. Nigga can't even just come out and be like, hey, I know it's wrong. I don't care, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like, that's your reasoning. That's your reasoning. But it's these crazy excuses and these crazy rationales that I just don't understand.
He's willing to do whatever
That's because I'm not trying to find logic in something that is clearly illogical.
he wants to do for the content. I mean, you know, and hey.
And y'all going to capitalize it and give him the platform and do anything he want to do for the content. I feel it.
And he's built up more relationships over the years after going ahead and, you know, setting LA on fire here and there with his content, man, you know. And one of those relationships is Wack 100. Wack 100 even got into it with Flakko before. I mean, pressed up on him, got up on him, you know what I'm saying? Pointing his
Wack wasn't even scared. Flakko wasn't even scared of Wack. That nigga didn't flinch.
finger all at him and doing all the whole little. I don't know when they start getting lovey-dovey with each other, start texting and sending each other content and going back and forth with each other, and you know, him Wack using Flakko, because that's what I feel like he's doing. He be using you a little bit because you know you do know how to articulate yourself real good and break down his story. But yeah, he's built a relationship with Wack. But this is him and Wack, like, you know, getting into it. But I think this was the start of a good relationship.
All right, man. I'm not finna sit here and continue to listen to this nigga soft glaze Flakko because you're not really outraged with this nigga at all. Terrell, you fake as fuck. You really think it's funny. You just doing it for content. You're really soft glazing this bullshit. Like, there's like, come on, my nigga. Niggas is crazy. We finna get up out of here, man. Y'all got it. Chat, we gonna say and kick it. These niggas be on some shit that I just can't identify with, boy. These niggas be on some shit that I can't identify with. So it don't be, y'all remember y'all used to be like, oh, Rich Trapper. All right, let me ask you a question. Is there anybody in the chat that didn't like me at first, but you like me now? Keep it 100. Keep it 100. What you eating from last night?
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't that much spice, so I left the rest for you.
Oh, okay. Is there anybody in the chat that didn't like me before, but you like me now? You cool? Because 100, remember niggas be like, oh, Rich Trapper, nobody fuck with you. No, I don't fuck with these niggas. I stay away from niggas that be fucking with the cops and them niggas that be fucking with niggas fucking with the cops. I stay away from niggas that be fucking with the cops and them niggas that be fucking with niggas fucking with the cops. Come on, fool.
That Wack said the fact that he.
I stay away from all that. Because it's flu flams afoot. Let's get into this.
Welcome to another episode, everyone. Yes, it's up. I accept. Spoetyface calls out Jhood right now to a squabble. He wants to fight. He doesn't appreciate that Jhood didn't let everyone know that they never had a fight. That he essentially ran with the narrative that he punched on Spoetyface. So Spoetyface, right here, we're about to check it out, calls Jhood out.
I tell my kids they're not allowed to eat cereal during the week. These niggas here Friday. All I can hear now is the sounds of cereal. Y'all happy as hell to eat some cereal, huh?
For a fight, and this
you better not waste it. Kaden.
That was a big pour.
That was Dylan. Normally it's Kaden, but you better not waste that cereal.
Says,
or maybe you need to pour some back. You sure? You better eat what you eating? You better eat every fucking circle.
That
I need to know what shape to reference.
Get your uncle too, Wack 100, to fight me, Damian Porter. That's the fight card. Spoetyface versus Jhood. People say, hey, the culture needs this right now. I agree. Maybe we can flush Wack 100 out this way.
Y'all not finna flush this man out. He's not finna fight y'all. Stop thinking Wack is finna fight. This nigga's not finna fight, bro. This nigga Wack's not coming outside, fool.
Because Jhood, I'm sure he's gonna accept the fight with Spoetyface. But it's conditional. It's only gonna be accepted. It only works if Wack 100 accepts the fight with me. But I'm gonna say this. Let me go as far as to say this. Because Wack 100 is a coward, and he's not gonna want to take the fight no matter what. So I'll fight 600. I'm sorry, 600. I know you ain't got nothing to do with this, and I ain't got.
He's a buster. Whoop him. He's a buster.
Nothing against you, bro. I don't even know you.
I don't even know you, but I just take a fade on the behalf of. But no, why does Wack keep being exited out of the phase and getting counterparts? Nigga, no. Damian Porter, You don't just need somebody. You need your one target man. That's how this nigga keep getting out of it because other niggas keep, I get him. No, nigga, you get your man. You tag your man. Tag your man.
But since Wack is your boy and he be talking about he's sending you content, y'all work together and this and that. That's the only thing I can think of. And my brother Akeem, piece of the God, also just brought me this idea. I was in there minding my own business, watching the pregame show, getting ready to watch the NBA Finals. San Antonio on game 2. Put your money on them. And I got a call from my brother Akeem. He said, man, hey, Akeem. He said, hey, man, Spoetyface called it out, called Jhood out for a squabble. And it says that, Wack 100 be on a fight card versus you. Oh, that's beautiful. He's also mentioned 600, and that's a good idea. First, I was thinking Jhood, since he was talking about he has Wack 100 back so much. We don't fight this young dude, this little dude, Jhood. He ain't little, but I'm saying, he's young. I'm on somebody's granddaddy. I don't need to be fighting him.
No, stay away from them young niggas. Stay away from the young niggas. You don't want to fight the young niggas, OG. Keep it in your age bracket. I like how you kept it realistic. I don't need to get into it with the little young niggas.
But 600, I don't know how old he is, but he's old enough. I'm much older than him for sure. So there's no excuse there. He looks like he's about my size. I'm 6'6". 600 look like he's about 6'4", 6'5", and big. Ain't no gang stuff or anything like that. 600 said he don't even gang bang anymore.
What you mean anymore, nigga? That's like me saying I don't smoke crack no more, nigga. I ain't never smoked crack. You can't stop gang banging when you've never started. You can't say I don't gang bang anymore when you've never gang. Just boy, take a deep breath. Stay focused.
So it's not about that. It's just about take that fight for your boy. Just like Jhood wants to take the fight for his uncle. Everybody wants to fight for Wack. So I'm sure 600 shouldn't have a problem fighting for Wack too. I just want to meet up and fight somebody over this situation.
And I just want to get down with somebody over the situation. I don't even give a damn. I just want to meet up with somebody and get cracking. You feel me?
So if it ain't gonna be Wack and it's not because he a coward, then I'll take whoever is around him. Get your big brother. Get your daddy. I don't care who you get. Get your gay son. Get anybody.
In case y'all didn't know. Show y'all this. In case y'all didn't know.
Big ego, type to make you feel lethal. The type to make you hate when you hanging around people. The type to make a movie in the club, then make a sequel. Big ego, type to make you feel lethal. The type to make you hate when you hanging.
I don't want to hear this. Where is it at?
They didn't like it sharing the video game. Hit the like. Shit of it, not a good idea. It's a terrible idea. In fact, I think you'll be doing him an injustice. All right? Olive oiled dolphin. Unaware. That is Bob CS2 Backlund Jr. Yes, champs. Look. Didn't I tell you? Olive oiled dolphin.
An olive-oiled dolphin.
What did I say, champs? Did I lie? Did I lie? 20 likes. Oh, hell no. Get those.
Girl,
Look.
little girl.
I'm in the middle of the ocean, guys, so I grabbed this log.
Where's Ariel at? Where wifey at? Where Ariel at?
Yeah. These go.
A lot more on here. Find some back. So
listen, Jane.
There's one video.
Let me tell you something. If you don't recognize, Mook supremacy, I suggest you do some research, champ. If you don't recognize the Mook supremacy, guess who does? Me, champ. I recognize.
There's one more thing I wanted to show y'all. Here you go. So yeah, man, this is like.
Yeah, I feel
like y'all niggas wanna go to Miles.
That's why I wasn't.
Good for him. Good for him. Living his life like it's golden. Living his life like it's golden. Living his life like it's good for him. I'm happy that he's taking his freedom and putting it on the shelf. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for him. I really appreciate the fact that he has taken his freedom and put it on the shelf. I really appreciate that. With that being said, we're gonna have a word from our sponsor and get up out of here.
Hey, Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
Yeah, man. So
Happy Pride.
happy Pride. Happy Pride. No hate. All right, chat. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Good for everybody. Good for everybody. Love, never knew what I was missing, but when these two start they kissing, because nobody really knows what she said. I'm sure somebody does, but I don't know. You know what she really said?
Never knew what I missed as soon as we start kissing. I find
Oh, that's what it says. They singing it with me. Who was singing it with me as I was dancing? Who was singing it with me? I'm not calling you. Go with the kids. Go with the kids. Go with the kids. Go. Go with the kids. The dog knows what goes with the go with the kids means. What's in that box? Where do sir? Where do markers belong? Even though we've had this conversation a million times, but you know what? This is what I'm going to tell you because you've been doing it in there for the longest. So I'm not even going to blow your surprise. You'll blow your high. But the next time I say something, because where are you supposed to use markers at? Are you supposed to use markers in the bedroom? Is anything outside of a pencil even supposed to be in that bedroom? Or do I even want a pencil in the bedroom? Okay. Have we had this conversation? Yes. But understandably, I've walked in there a million times and seen you doing it and never said shit. So that's my accountability as a parent. But ultimately, the next time I tell you to do something and you don't do it, when I decide to hold you accountable is when you're going to probably get in trouble, my nigga. So me going in there and not saying nothing, does that change the fact that you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do? Okay, so what's the big picture here? To just follow what I say to do. Because what if I was on some bullshit right now? And then you would be like, dang, that's fucked up because you don't ever say nothing. Now you want to trip. But ultimately, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? No. Are they where they're supposed to be? No. Help me fuck with you. Yes. Okay. And that is black parenting. Let's jump into this content.
Long list of.
Thanks for joining Street TV. Thanks for tapping in with Street TV. I'm joined by Angie Smalls, who went to Young Ann Hefe's court date today. I believe he had an arraignment, and Angie Smalls was in the house. So tell the people what happened. What did you see? What did you witness today?
Okay, so I got there, right, and he was in the arraignment court. It was a little bit different than what I've experienced before, but long list of other people that they kind of group everybody in, a bunch of appointments, a bunch of lawyers. I'm sitting out in the hallway, right, and I had to check in, and
check in as far as media.
The officer tells me she'll call me. She asked me who I was there for. And luckily I had just read the board. So I knew his real name, Maurice Shellman. So I sounded like, instead of me just being like, oh, Young and Hefe, I said Maurice Shellman. And she said, are you a supporter or a victim? And I said supporter. And so she was like, okay, we're going to come out and get you. We'll say his name when you can come into the court. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting.
I can imagine that they would want to keep the supporters away from the victims in this situation. I can imagine that this would be something that's very separate.
Out there, and I see a guy walk up, right? And this guy, he's talking on the phone, and I hear him say, and I kind of figured real quick he was talking about Young and Jefe. He was a friend of Young and Jefe. And sorry, I had something in my tooth. I just ate lunch. And I'm hearing him on the phone, and he said that he knows the defense. I don't know if I'm going to put their business out there like that. This is just something I overheard, right?
Wait. He wasn't talking to you?
He wasn't talking to me.
So he was having a private phone call.
He was having a private phone call, but
All right. So I don't want to divulge his private phone call.
okay. He was speaking real loud though.
All right, well, let me ask you, did you get a chance to talk to him after you heard him on the phone call?
I wanted to, and he did notice me when I went into the court because there wasn't anybody else there for Young and Jefe. It was me and this other guy. And I'm telling you, I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, he's talking about Young and.
All right,
So
I don't want to talk about that guy unless you met him. You could have went up to him and maybe he would.
I'm going to tell you why I didn't, because
Alex is very factual. I like that, but it might be a little rude to how he's going about it by cutting her off. But at the same time, too, Alex is here to give us factual news about a very important situation that's going on within our community and within our universe that is involving an unalivement. So what somebody said on a private phone call isn't necessary for the internet because it wasn't intentionally to be put upon the internet. You heard it. You can talk about it afterwards, but it doesn't need to go into this situation because now we're going into gossip and rumors and away from the facts. So I can respect the integrity aspect of it. It's a little aggressive. But he's making his stance clear. Shout out to Alex, man.
I was going to introduce myself to him. I did say hi, and I was going to tell him who,
You want to say it so bad. You want to say it.
Why I was there. He saw me taking notes. So he started kind of like eyeing me. And then I'll tell you what happened after we left, because I didn't talk to him when we were sitting inside because, I'm paying attention to the judge. But when we left, I'll tell you what happened afterwards. So anyways, so we go inside. He figures out, he starts eyeing me up, right? Because he's like, why is this girl taking notes? And I'm the only other person going inside the courtroom at the same time as him. And I was about to call Aunt Maurice. When I go inside, Johnny Gray and Young and Jefe are both inside of like the plexiglass area. So Johnny Gray.
Those of you guys who don't know, that means that they're in custody and they take you from the county jail to the courthouse and they hold you in custody while the judge is busting your 1 2 7.
Gray, the judge referred to Johnny Gray as defendant number 1 and Aunt Jefe as defendant number 2. Johnny had a yellow jumpsuit on and young Aunt Jefe had a blue jumpsuit.
Johnny playing crazy. Yellow means mental health. Johnny playing crazy. That's why. So if you look at Alex Alonso when she said
had a yellow jumpsuit on and young Aunt Jefe had a blue.
Whoa. Oh, yellow, because yellow is playing crazy, but then in a case like Almighty Suspect, it's because you're scared to hit the main line. So in the dude Johnny Gray situation, I don't want to say he's scared to hit the main line. You're fighting the body. So playing crazy, you play crazy. You play crazy. I ain't even argue. But then you have dudes like Almighty Suspect who tough. And then you'll go to jail and say you start hearing voices after you pepper sprayed an old lady, which is why you're in jail, which is why you're going to the penitentiary, because you pepper sprayed an old lady. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm going to the yellows with the blue bottoms because you're scared to hit the main line. You know that the blues are just a regular jail.
Jumpsuit on. So maybe you know the significance of some of these small details. I don't really know, but that's what happened. So Johnny had his own lawyer. Young Aunt Jefe was there with a public defender.
How were you able to determine that?
Because I heard them say that.
Okay.
So young Aunt Jefe doesn't have a lawyer. He probably has a lawyer now. So, and I'll tell you why I think that. But at the time, so the judge there is a very short arraignment. The judge asks what both of their pleas are.
Not guilty.
They both say not guilty. And then she says that they have the right to a speedy arraignment. Do they want to waive their speedy arraignment? Because I think Johnny's lawyer, someone wanted to push the date back more. And the judge kind of assumed, I feel like she kind of assumed that they both wanted to waive that right to a speedy arraignment and they wanted to get more time, but they both declined to waive. It's kind of confusing because they both were allowed to like waive their right.
They want to waive their right to a speedy trial. That gives your lawyer more time to figure it out. But then if you feel like you have some things that you might not want the longer you wait gives your lawyer the more time to figure your case out. But that also gives the police more time to figure out your case as well. So if you decide that you want to waive your right to a speedy trial, that's cool. It gives your lawyer more time to work, but also gives the district attorney more time to work. So in certain situations, they don't waive their right to a speedy trial. They want to get in front of the judge as soon as possible because it's a lack of evidence and they don't want anybody to be able to figure out something, how to bust another move.
For an arraignment, but they both declined to waive it, meaning they want this shit to move very fast. So they did not waive their right to a speedy hearing. And it looks like Aunt Jefe didn't know what to say. Johnny was like, no, I don't want to waive it. And Johnny was like, I have other charges that I need to address and I just want to go home. He was like, I want to get this done as soon as possible. And then when they asked young Aunt Jefe, and they were standing 10 feet apart, they were not by each other. So they weren't like looking to each other for like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They were both on the other sides of the plexiglass. I mean, they were on the same side, but they were separated. And so Johnny again had a lawyer. And the lawyer said he did not want to waive the right. And then they asked Maurice. So the guy that was sitting in front of me, he's looking at Aunt Jefe and he's like, do not waive it. Do not waive it. So Aunt Jefe is looking at him like, what do I do? Should I waive it and say I waive my right? And then it's going to prolong the process. Sometimes
I got to interrupt. You're saying that Johnny had a lawyer, but young Aunt didn't? But you said you had a public defender, though.
He did.
Okay, so the public defender would be Aunt's lawyer.
Okay.
The paid lawyer.
So are you saying that the young Aunt and the other defendant, Johnny Gray, they're actually talking to the judge, or the lawyer's doing the talking?
They both were talking to the judge. The judge was asking them questions, but so they're on this side of the plexiglass. The public defender is right in front of Aunt Jefe, kind of like looking at him, like asking if he had any questions. And then Johnny had his lawyer right in front of him.
Okay. How when you said that they were standing 10 feet apart, were they separated by a barrier, or were they behind the same barrier where they could actually touch each other or reach each other? How was that?
They were behind the same barrier, but they were very far from each other.
Okay.
They were separated. It didn't look like they wanted them being able to say anything to each other. And honestly, they didn't look like they were, I don't want to say, it didn't look like they wanted to talk to each other, in my opinion. They didn't look like they were there as homies, in my opinion.
Okay. So they both said not guilty when asked?
Yes.
And then what kind of talking did the lawyers do?
They didn't do very much. Johnny's lawyer did ask, the judge did ask him to come up to the podium. So when Johnny's lawyer said, no, we don't want to waive the right, I think the judge was a little taken back by that, because I think I'm just kind of speaking generally, but I feel like people that don't know the law, they're just going to be like, oh, waive the right. Okay, waive the right. You know what I mean? Like they don't really know what they're waiving. And they'll just say, okay, sure. If it sounds like we're prolonging something, giving me more.
But then I'm wondering too, if they don't want to waive it because again, they want to rush this situation. to a point where the district attorney or whoever investigates this case doesn't have time to do an accurate investigation, and they kind of like rushing against the clock.
Time maybe, but that if you don't have a lawyer advising you, I feel like you still can make the wrong decision. I don't know. So anyways, I think the judge was kind of, she asked Johnny's lawyer to come up to the podium because she really kind of wanted more clarification. Like, why are you waiving this right? So he did go up to the podium. They spoke. I couldn't hear them. And so they just said, and then that's the only time that Johnny spoke is when he said, I want to get this thing going. He was like, I have other charges I'm trying to address and I want to go home. So it sounds like they both think that, you know, they have chances. Obviously, you know, they're innocent to proving guilty. So they both think that they have a chance to get out of there is what it sounds like.
So when the judge was communicating with Johnny's lawyer and the lawyer went up to where the judge was at, did Johnny and the lawyer both go up to where the judge was at together?
No, the guys are behind the plexiglass.
Yeah, the guys can't come from behind the plexiglass. They're stuck behind there.
The lawyers are standing in front of them on the other side.
Because remember, these dudes are in custody. Young and Hefe can't leave from where he's in custody at, even if in court.
Of the plexiglass.
So Johnny's lawyer went up to the judge and had a conversation that you couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did they look? What was their demeanor like?
And Heavy, he was sitting down when I first walked in, you know, and then he stood up. I mean, he didn't look scared. I mean, he looked kind of normal. He kind of looked just like, you know, maybe it's because he saw his friend there, and he didn't look too worried, in my opinion. Like, again, there was no one there supporting other than that guy that I saw, that I noticed. I thought there would have been, like, maybe I would have ran into Trap Lore or somebody from No Jumper. You know, I thought I heard Lush down the hall for a second. I mean, I thought somebody would have showed up today, and no one did.
Damn.
So he seemed, again, I mean, I don't know him. I've never met him in person, but he seemed like he was just doing the formality.
Yeah, this ain't his first rodeo. He done went through this, you know what I'm saying? He done been through the feds and all this kind of stuff before. So he done been through the juvenile system, I believe. So unfortunately, it's a part of the game, man, and how it go. He knew the job was hard when he took it and handling it like a stand-up gentleman.
Showed up. You know, I don't know if he noticed me, because again, I kind of stood out because when they called the person, the defendant, that's when you're allowed in the courtroom. So they see, oh, he's like, why is this girl coming in for me? I don't know if he was wondering that, but I came in when they brought him out.
But isn't that court pretty crowded with other people in other cases?
Yeah, but they were very like sequenced, you know, like they told me wait outside until we call out your case.
Okay.
So the court was it wasn't packed. Like when I went to the David trial, it was.
Yeah, that was like, nigga, you can't just be in here doing whatever you want to do. We're going to keep you in order. We're going to keep this in order because this is a situation where a lot of violence can ensue between victims and supporters.
Freaking people, it was like packed rows. It wasn't like that. There was like empty rows everywhere. It was like 8 empty rows. And it was the lawyers up there. So the guy that was sitting in front of me, he was trying to talk to Aunt Hefe's public defender, and then the police security told him he could not. She was like, you cannot interfere with their discussion. Like who are you? You know, he was like, well, I don't know who he is, if he's a family member or what, but she was like, you can't interfere with their discussion. You can't advise right now. She was like, you could wait and talk to him when they're done. So she didn't let him go up. He like wanted to go talk to his defender, but the security guard stopped him. So he sat back down, and again, he's sitting right in front of me, and I'm right behind him, and he turns back, he looks at me, and I'm all hi. And he just looked at me, and he just turned back around. Like, I think he knew. He was like, okay, this girl's with the media. I think he immediately could surmise that. And so,
well, not to sound disrespectful, but why is there this, little pretty Mexican girl here at the Young and Hefe case? So I would imagine that he would assume that you're with the media. Yes.
well, as soon as, so that was really all that happened in court. They asked him if they're, what they wanted to enter as plea. They both said not guilty. They both are not waiving their right. They have their next court date, June 17th. I'll let you, I wrote some notes about that, Alex. I'm going to need you to kind of guide me on what it means. I know the date is June 17th, but she said 8 of 10. She kept saying 8 of 10, and I don't know what that means.
Did she say 8 of 10 and then add preliminary hearing after that?
I'll go through my notes and remember, because I told you I got some more notes.
Okay, let me
audio.
just ask you this: is the
Damn, Angie got audio?
next court date of June 17th going to be in that same courtroom, or are they going to move it out?
No, it's in the same courtroom, and I do have the department.
So now niggas is gonna be there because they know it's June 17th.
Which that's you were in Department 30, right?
Yeah, but it's not the same department the next time.
All right. Any last words before we wrap this up?
Yeah. So when I left, I followed that guy out, right? Because I wanted to introduce myself and let him know I was there in support of Young Ant, and everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And I wanted to let him know that, right? But he immediately went up to, I think there was a lawyer. I don't know if he was intentionally introducing himself. The lawyer was like, hey, I'm a lawyer, or they already plan to meet. So he immediately linked up with a lawyer in the hallway, and I followed them, and I just didn't feel right.
I think that he probably did have a lawyer, just wanted to see what's gonna happen to prelims first. And I think moving forward, he'll probably have a lawyer.
But he noticed I was following them, and he was looking at me like, who the fuck are you? Like, why do you keep following me? So
Why are you making it weird?
I wanted to, if he was by himself, I would have been like, hey, but that lawyer just kind of grouped up with him, and then they went on their own floor. So I didn't get to introduce myself, but I wanted to. But it looks like he's getting him a lawyer ASAP.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for tapping in with the Young and Hefe trial, perhaps.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And
Sorry.
hopefully on June 17th, they'll set a date for the preliminary hearing. And maybe if you're not too busy, you could stop by and see what happens on June 17th.
Hey, I'll be there for Street TV.
Yeah, I think I'll pull up too.
Okay, dope.
All right. Well, thank you very
All right, man. Big love to Alex Alonso, man. We up out there to the next one. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. Chat, y'all be safe. We gone.